Hello, welcome to my channel Fusion Technology. So today I'm going to show you something special. Uh, Usually in every single application, sometimes we want to use a guide, right, to let the user to understand easily how our overall application works, right? So the guide things make the entire things very easier to understand, and the newbies and the new users can easily understand how to move forward in this application. So there are since this application basically I'm going to show you using React and Intro.js. So Intro.js is a JavaScript based library package or library, I would say. So so Intro.js basically helps us to plug and play with the guides, and it has some tremendous features. So I'm going to show you how can we use Intro.js with React.js, React based applications, and how can we implement it in our applications. So don't want to talk too much, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to log in. Okay, yep. So basically this is application is basically one of the application that is like a chat GPT. Okay, so for that I have to start my backend server as well, which is based on Django. ls cls. cd So my server is running. Oh, there is a problem. I have to change my settings for production. Right. Done. So server is running. So in the meantime, we are going to visit the Intro.js file. Intro.js. So if you write down the Intro.js, you will get the link for Intro.js, and then you can go to the documentation directly and go to the installation. So if you would like to use using CD and JS for HTML based templates, you can use it. We have boot CDN, JS deliver, right? So since we are going to use with React, so we are going to either, if you are used to npm package manager, then you can run this command. If you are using yarn, then you can run this command. So I have already installed this package in my application, so I'm not going to reinstall it. Okay, then it has some different types of configuration. So the guides things are known as, uh, what should I say, like uh, tools, right? So there are a couple of types of tools there, and if I go to the basic example, in this basic example we have there are a lot of examples are there, but the most easiest thing is JSON configuration. So the JSON configuration thing is very simple. Okay, um, let me show you how it works. If you run this command, you can see this is how it works. This is how it works, right? So our server is up and running. Let me change my API URL. This thing. Yeah. Okay. So I'll change it. Okay, done. there is a problem with, okay, done. Now what I have to do, I am changing something. So how basically we show the guides and guide things, right? For the very first beginners, or very first in the first visit, right? When user create new account, and then the login for the first time, right? So in this case only we show the uh, guide things, right? So I have used this account, okay, so that is why I'm going to make it here. No, so this is my personal thing, right? This is my database tables and columns. So I'm detecting the user, whether the user is logging in for the first time or not. This is the field, check this part, okay. So since I have already logged in thousands of times, so that is why it was no. So I made it yes, just to show you how these things works. And there is basically I am using two tools to guide things. First one is for very basic users, and the second one is snap it discuss. So this is our application internal feature, so you don't have to worry about it, okay. So now since I have made it is first login true, that means yes, okay. So that means the guide thing should show, right? Yes, you can see show. So how these things basically working? So for that I'm going to sidebar. So you know I have already installed the Intro.js, right? Then what you have to do, you have to import this thing, this line of code, right? Intro.js from intro.js. Then what you have to do, you have to already you know how to use effect, right? So the user information who is logging in, all the informations I'm putting in Redux toolkit, right? So I'm using Redux toolkit. So from Redux toolkit here you can see use selector, yeah, use selector. I'm checking whether the user is logging in for the first time or not, okay. And this condition is different since our this is for our our internal application feature. So you have to take care of this part. So I'm checking if there is the user is first logging or not. So if the user is first login, then we have instantiated already this intro.js object here, okay. And then set options. In this set options we can pass an object. In this object we have steps, right? So you can copy and paste from here also. JSON configuration, so I am using JSON configuration basically. You can just copy and paste, and you can see these are the steps. So this is first of all, set options take an object. Inside this object there are a couple of key and values. First of all is steps. So steps basically an array of an array of objects. So each object is basically a step, okay. So this is one step, this is another step, this is another step, this is another step. You will see when I will click on the next button in my application. So first step is welcome and my name. Second step is create new project. Third step is snap it discuss and projects. So that means very simple. The simple thing is, first of all you have to import this. What is the intro.js one? Let me show you this intro.js, okay. Then you can implement your own business logic. So as I'm using React, so I'm using use effect, and then I am passing user profile as dependency, because I need to check whether the user profile exists and whether user is first login or not. So this is my different logic I have added due to my business logics application requirements. And then you have to instantiate the intro.js object, and then you have to define your steps inside these set options, okay. And here is the element. So element is basically which element you want to target, right? For example, I'll explain you a little bit later. Let me show you. And then there. So this is the first step. The second step is here. You can see new project. So the second step is create new project. You can see create new project is my description intro, right? So why this thing is here? Because I have targeted with the class name. Okay, look, you can see this button I have targeted with the class name. And the third step is snap it discuss. Click on next button, snap it discuss. The final step is this part. So and everything I am targeting using their class name. Okay, and I have defined what text needs to be shown in here. You can see explore, manage, and organize. This is the part of intro, and title is snap it discuss. And then you have to start this tool. Once you configure this set options with all the necessary steps, you have to start this tool. Okay, so now what I am going to do is, for example, I am saving, updating the user is first login status. So once user complete the entire guide and tour, I am I'm calling an API basically, and I'm invoking an API. I'm sending an API post request to the backend, Django backend, to update the is first login status. So which was at the beginning it was true. Right now I'm making it false. So tour.onComplete, so it's a function of this object which helps us to perform some functions after user click on the done button. Okay, so once user click on the done button, this entire function will be performed, and then one API request will be sent to my backend server, and it will update my status of that user, and then use automatically, once I get the response back, success response back, then I'm gonna dispatch the entire user information so that this guide never pop-ups once again, because it will be a very what should I say, like annoying for the users, right? So and then I'm navigating to snap it discuss. As I said before, this is my project requirements, that we have to use two different guide and tours for the user. So let's see, I'm clicking on the done. You can see it's redirected to snap it discuss, like this. And I have defined tour.exit. So before navigating to the next page, I have ensured that this current tour is being exit. Okay, otherwise it may create a problem. And then my next tour. What is my next tour? My next tour is here. Same thing. I have assigned some dependency, user profile and location. Since I'm navigating to new snap it discuss URL, so definitely there will be a location change. I'm going to do this using use location, React use location. At the same time, when this thing navigates to the new URL, at the beginning, very beginning, user profile object shows empty. So that is why I'm restricting. This is my personal condition. You can use it your own business logic. And also I'm checking whether snap it discuss is confirmed or not. Okay, so then in this way I have defined my all the options, then started, and once user clicked, then I'm like before, I'm updating the status so that this tour never back once again. Okay, never. Then next done. So this is how the entire things works in my tour and guide in React. So I guess it will help you to implement these same features in your application. So if you have any question regarding this thing, just let me know. I'll try to help you out about this thing. Thank you very much. And if you still didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe it and inspire me to make more videos. Thank you.